All right, dragons are back and they're better than ever. I thought last year was the year of the dragon. Evidently, snakes can just get out forever. Because this is the year of the dragon forever for me. Um, it is the ancient Arcanea banner, which is what I'm gonna call it instead of new heroes and attuned Tiki. Parentheses Fire Emblem heroes. All right, it is the ancient Arcanea banner. Thank you. Get it trending. Let's watch. Bro, I'm broken by this banner, man. This banner breaks me. It's such a cool concept.
They must abandon their draconic forms and live as humans do.
Yeah.
And now,
Never shoulda. Oh, ancient majesty. Even the weapon sounds cool. Frozen guard. Okay, I'm liking it. Chat, respectfully, your boy's gonna have to read and understand all this. It's dragon time. Okay, so sit back and learn yourself something. All right, ancient majesty. We got slaying. We're effective against dragon. Which says it up there. I don't know why they have to list it there, but whatever. We get adaptive damage if range is equal to 2 on the foe. Start of player phase or enemy phase. If unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, you're getting an attack res -7 debuff, frozen, and guard on closest foes and any foe within 2 spaces of those foes through the next action. Bruh. Start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants bonus units attack speed, defense, res equal to number of allies within 3 roasted columns. Okay, so she's going in ether raids. That's what that's telling me. I'm gonna have to rework. God, I just changed my ether raid teams. Number of allies within 3 rows, 3 columns, centered on unit times 5 or times 3 plus 5, max 14. So it's 3 units. Max deals damage equal to 15% of foes' attack. Love that. And reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by. Okay, so this part's not that crazy. This I feel like is genuinely kind of standard at this point. Not always standard, but pretty standard. Okay. This, however, is fun. We need more Frozen effect. I think Frozen is cool. And I think it's what? Just Tibarn and Summer Reed? Pirate Tibarn, Summer Reed? Are those the only ones that do Frozen? Anyway, let me know. Let's see. Dragon's Roar. We know that. Attack Res Scowl 4. Cool. Love that. Show me things I don't know. I mean, cool. Attack Res Near Trace 4 in April of 2025. Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That means I can freely merge up because we're not missing anything. I don't need to inherit anything. I do, however, regret fathering off my last Nell during that stream with Satachi yesterday. That does sting a little bit. Gonna be 100% honest. Probably would have really liked to give her Nell's B skill. That is a bummer. Okay, anyway, Divide God Fang is the C skill. Allies within 2 spaces of unit can move. Allies within 2 spaces of unit can move to any space within 2 spaces of unit. At start of player phase or enemy phase, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants effective against dragons and empathy to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, you're getting an omni buff of 5 to the unit. You deal plus 7 damage. You're reducing from foes first attack by 7, just a flat 7. And you're getting a special cooldown charge plus 1 to unit per attack. Okay. So it's basically just a better version, I think, of what her mythic upgraded C skill does. I think that's what that means. Yeah. Cool. That said, I really want Near Trace Echo. I want that very badly. I hope it's not on Tiki. Because I'm going to need a lot of Tikis. Chat, did we actually, before we go into this, did we see her speed in game? We did, didn't we? Oh, she's slow. Okay, cool. Cool. Even defenses? Nice. Okay. She is slow. She's very slow. She is the slowest lady. Dude, so cool. Who are you trying to bangle, Erica? Get out of here. That's crazy. I do appreciate the Golvik call out. Thank you, This is a scenario in which I like that. Dude. My man.
A divine dragon. Now I have.
Chat, is this the same artist that did Mila? Because I'm getting Mila vibes. Let me know. Go Google for me while I read about my boy's skills here.
Turned my attention to the study of magic.
Bro, he took nothing from that. It is the same artist? Tight. Okay, cool. That's tight. Fundament. All right, we're getting slaying. Slay. At start of player phase or enemy phase, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, you're getting attack res plus 6. You're reducing damage from AoE specials by 80%. Oh my god. And neutralize foes bonuses during combat to units and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Wow. Okay. That's tight. That explains why he took 4 damage from Hathran. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, you're inflicting penalty on foes' attack res equal to 20% of unit's res at start of combat. Plus 6 deals damage equal to 20% of unit's res. Big damage. Huge damage. Reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of unit's res. Wow. Any unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack during combat and restores 7 HP after combat. Wow. Okay. Actually kind of massive. Okay, so chat, the TLDR here is you very much want a plus res if possible. Which, did we see that stat by chance? Oh, I guess we didn't, did we? Because we're getting initiated upon. Yeah. Okay. All right, fair enough. Gift of Guidance. Really just Glacies? All right. Gift of Guidance grants attack defense res plus 10. That's tight. Start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, you're getting a special cooldown count -2 to unit and grant special cooldown count -1 to allies within 2 spaces of unit. Awesome. And also, if those allies are magic or staff allies, grants an additional special cooldown -1 to those allies. Awesome. Okay. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, you're neutralizing penalties on unit. You're inflicting special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack and reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by X by 50%. Wow. Okay, so we have Pulse. We have Drive Pulse. We have -2 special jump. We have Guard. We have Piercing. There's so much good things on this. Dude, this banner is made for me. shiny. Attack res Havoc. At start of player phase or enemy phase, inflicts attack res -7, sabotage, and schism on foes with res less than units res that are within 2 spaces of another foe through their next actions. Okay. Okay. So less effective as Ether Raids fights go on. Still cool though. After start of turn, skills trigger on units player phase. If number of foes with sabotage effect active on the map is greater than or equal to 2, grants Canto 1 to unit for 1 turn. Yet we gave Naga AR near trace. 4. Okay. Seems like there would have been a better way to give her Canto, just saying. If you're going to do it here on the B skill. Inflicts attack res -4 on foe and deals damage equal to 20% of units res during combat. Okay. We will check at the end of this, by the way, the Twitter update for what skills are inheritable where. All right. So I have that locked and loaded, ready to go for y'all. But Havoc, without knowing the inheritance restrictions, I feel like that's probably just what you would want on Naga, but we'll find out. Pulse Up Ploy is good. But we know what that is. So we don't need to reread it. Very cool and Pog.
Bear witness.
Dude, he's so cool.
I am merely borrowing the human form. I have no affinity for them.
He hates them. It's true. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's a 4-star. But he's got a preferred weapon. That's tight. Okay, defense res scowl 3. That's huge. Attack ploy. It's not so huge. But this being in the normal pool is huge because I don't think we have real access to that yet. In like a bridge fashion. Okay. Ancient Betrayal. You're getting attack +3. If foes range equal to 2, you get adaptive damage. At start of player phase or enemy phase, if the HP is greater than 25%, grants attack res +6, unguard, and neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. At start of combat, if HP is greater than 25%, inflicts penalty on foe's attack defense res by 20% of units res at the start of combat +5. Unit deals +X damage, excluding AoEs, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by X, excluding AoEs, where X equals number of staff and dragon allies on the map, excluding unit, times 5, max of 10, +10, max 20. So 2? 2 times 5 is 10, +10 equals 20. Yeah, so 2. So you need a team of him and then either 2 other dragons / combination of 2 other dragons staff units. 1 dragon, 1 staff, 2 staff, 0 dragon, 2 dragons, 0. Anyway. Yep. Okay. Okay. I mean, honestly, it feels like it fits with the rest of the preferred weapons. And this being a 4-star is kind of huge. That's kind of godly. Dude, the transformation looks so cool.
Run while you can.
Earth dragons are baller. And then Tiki's going to be the attuned option. Cool.
Shh, I'm hiding.
And she's green. Pog. Oh, Lord. Is that an inheritable special I see? Oh, Lord. Is that a special I see? Oh, chat. I think that's inheritable. Oh, dear. Ancient Voice. You're getting Slaying. You're effective against Dragon. You have adapted damage if the foe's range is equal to 2. Standard Dragon stuff. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, you're getting speed defense plus 6, Bulwark, and neutralizes penalties on unit during combat to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Wow. Okay. You're just giving Bulwark out. That's crazy. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, calculates damage using 150% of unit's defense instead of the value unit's attack when it's... What? Calculates damage using 150% of unit's defense instead of the value of unit's attack. Do we... Hold on. Do we actually see what her stats are? No, because she gets initiated on. I see a plus 27 stat bump, though. That's... That's ridiculous. Okay. Okay. So, just theorizing here. If she has... What's a non-ridiculous number, but is still pretty high? If she had 60 defense... then that means the damage calculation would be based on 150 of 60, which would be 1.5 times 60, which would be 90. Wow. Okay. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to unit's attack speed defense for equal to the number of allies within 3 spaces of unit times 3 plus 5 max 14, so 3 allies. Deals damage equal to 20% of unit's defense. And reduces damage from foes first attack by 20% of the unit's defense during combat. Yeah. And also, if unit's defense is greater than or equal to foe's defense plus 5, disables units and foe skills that change attack priority during combat. We have a conditional Hardy Bearing. The Hardy Bearing era is officially back. That's kind of ridiculous. Dragon Flame. I'm telling you guys, that's inheritable. That's definitely inheritable. There's no shot that's not inheritable. Boosts damage by 80% of unit's defense and restores 30% of unit's max HP when special triggers. 100%. That's going to be inheritable. And it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. If both of the following conditions are met, reduces damage from foes' next attack by 40% during combat. And those conditions are unit or foe's special is ready, or unit or foe's special triggered before or during this combat. Foe initiated combat or unit's defense is greater than or equal to foe's defense minus 10. Well, those seem pretty easy to work. Oh boy. Okay. We'll look at the skills in a second here to see what the inheritance of restricted are. Edged scales. Just kidding. I don't regret fathering my last Nell. And there's Red Scowl Echo. Oh my god. Brother. Hanging. Bro. They gave me a Dragon Echo skill, dude. Oh my god. I just paid almost $8,000 in taxes. Bro. This is not fair. This is not fair for me. It's not fair for me. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair for me. This is ridiculous. Dude. Oh, this is such a cool banner, man. This is actually a banner that's cool. Do you guys know Fire Emblem has dragons? Yeah, now you do. Okay, so edge scales and then love for all. Little dragon plushie. For allies within 3 spaces of a unit, grants attack speed, defense res +5, and grants special cooldown count -1 before foes are stacked during combat. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, reduces damage from AoE specials by number of allies within 3 spaces of unit times 40%, max of 80. 2 allies. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, you're getting attack speed, defense res +5 to unit, reduces damage from foes first attack by X plus times 7, max of 14. So X could be 2. And grant special cooldown count -X to unit before foes first attack during combat. Max of 3. X equal the number of allies within 3 spaces of unit. Okay. So again, 2. 2 is the cap here in both circumstances. And also, if unit special triggers, neutralizes foes, reduce damage by X% skills. Okay. Okay. Res Scowl Echo. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than equal to 75% at the start of combat, grants res +4 to units during combat, and also if foes attack and trigger foe's special, and units res is greater than foe's res +5, inflicts special cooldown count +1 on foe before foe's first attack during combat. Cannot exceed foe's maximum special cooldown. That's actually going to do a lot for dragons. I know it may not seem like it, but this is going to free up A slots, essentially. So now, with a dragon, you can either run a distant counter echo, or you can run a scowl echo. And this one specifically calls out res scowl. So there may be other versions of the scowl echo to come. I'm sure that there will be, because, we print money here. That's how that works. But obviously, res for like 90% of the dragons at play here, that's going to be the most important one. Especially on this banner. I'm pretty sure everything had a res check in the weapon, which was crazy. But that's very good. And very, very cool. I need like 20 tikis now because I have all the dragons, all of them. Bruh.
Stop that!
Stop it. Oh boy. Doesn't Bernadette know there's a color triangle?
Stay alive, Bernie. I hate you.
Stay alive. I hate you. Perish. Oh, it's so cool. And we're like in this ancient place with old stones. Very fitting for dragons, honestly. Confirmation that Medius is the 4-star. And you get Spark. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let me double check types. So Naga is colorless because of course she is, and she's a flyer. Goto is. Did you say Goto or Goto?
Goto. I came.
Goto. Got it. I will change my vocabulary. Goto is a red tome infantry. Medius, I think, was a blue infantry dragon. Yep. And then Tiki is going to be a green infantry dragon. So that's actually kind of big. I know the vast majority of dragon skill duplicators that we have are infantry. But is what it is. That means that they can all kind of like coexist peacefully within that ecosystem of skill transfer, which is nice. So, okay, let's take a look over here at skills. Right up top, bro. Literally right up top, it's Dragon Flame. Literally the first one. Okay, so that inheritable special, let me grab it again. This inheritable special is inheritable for dragons for their special. Then Red Scowl, obviously that's also going to be dragons. AR Near Trace, just cabs and flyers. Melee, because near. And the Attack Res Havoc is infantry and flyer locked. That's actually kind of huge. That's actually kind of huge because dragon flyers, they have like the worst help. They're just they don't have a lot going for them. The dragon calves actually, I think, were living their best lives for a little while there in the Ymir era, and then the legendary Ninian era, stuff like that. Armor dragons have always been, they're goated. And then infantry dragons obviously have a ton of skills they have access to. But flyer dragons, not so much. I'm looking at you, Mythic Naga. And also Halloween Naga. And now I guess also new, old Naga. All flyers. We're always flying. Okay, so I guess that's good because she has access to that, which is nice. Which I will again point out. Instead of maybe giving her AR Near Trace, maybe just should have given her as Acra's Havoc. There's that. Okay. All right, cool. So W Banner for sure. For sure, W Banner. What do we have for Zane? Do we know anything? No. He's just a fickle dragon. Okay. Cool. That's tight. All right, cool. W Banner. I will be rolling. I don't know how much I'm rolling, but it's probably going to be a lot. To be honest, this is probably my month right here. 100% honest with y'all. I know that Fallen Heroes are coming up in May. I think it's going to be very safe. I think it's probably going to be engage driven. Outside of what is ultimately going to be Fallen Reese, I think they're probably going to do him. It's like, there's those. But this is like this banner, and I've made jokes about this. This banner feels like it was genuinely just made for me. It's so cool. It's such a sick concept. This is stuff like this is why I will continue to play Fae, even though I may hate it like 23% of the time. I will continue to do it for stuff like this because it's so cool. Anyway, W Banner, I'm happy about this. I will be rolling as the premier dragon guy. Hello, Dragon Man, right here. Hopefully, I will not be broke. Because I don't think you could take out a second mortgage for orb spending. Right? That's probably not. I'll find out. Anyway, W Banner, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.